Pete Nichols, aka Nerdy Pete, here with my nerd shirt of the day. Today's nerd shirt is my Ant-Man and the Wasp t-shirt. Really fun movie. Both of the Ant-Man movies so far are really fun. It was great to see Wasp in this one. Do wish the movies were a little more consequential, a little more serious. I enjoy the lightness, but a little more serious would be cool. Thankfully, I saw the trailer for the new Ant-Man and the Wasp movie, Quantumania, and yeah, that looks more serious. Looking forward to Jonathan Majors. This is yet another t-shirt I purchased while waiting in line for popcorn. So movie chains, I hope you're listening to me. Hope you're getting my message. Now more than ever, t-shirts. This has been my nerd shirt of the day. Thanks so much for watching. You will see me tomorrow with another nerd shirt. Oh, and hey, one more thing. If you could make sure to stop by my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Pete Nichols, 2 L's, and just watch my nerd shirt videos there, that would help me a lot. I appreciate you. Pete Nichols here with today's nerd shirt of the day. Today's nerd shirt is my Rocket Raccoon t-shirt. Rocket Raccoon from the Guardians of the Galaxy comics and movies basically is my spirit animal. Inside my head, I have Rocket Raccoon's voice. I can give in to my baser instincts in my head and then not do anything with them in the real world. It's okay to have the thoughts. It's not okay to act on them. Don't be mean. Even if you're mean inside, just let all that go, man. Meditate. You know what I'm saying, brother? So this has been my nerd shirt of the day. Thanks for watching. You will see me tomorrow with another nerd shirt. Pete Nichols here with my nerd shirt of the day. This is my Cobra t-shirt from the old G.I. Joe comics and cartoons back in the day. I have my fairly new G.I. Joe classified Cobra soldier here, just for reference. In the early 80s, I started seeing kids playing with G.I. Joe figures, and then Marvel put out a G.I. Joe comic written by a Vietnam veteran, so it was actually kind of cool and realistic and gritty for a comic book in the early 80s, and I kind of got hooked. At some point, I just realized that I really liked the Cobra logo. There's something so perfect about it. I'm not a big fan of terrorist organizations. We didn't really have terrorist organizations in the popular culture by any means. I felt like this was silly, especially since Cobra Commander was such a dork. But Destro and the Baroness and some other characters on the bad guy side I thought were pretty competent and threatening characters. And so I kind of got into Cobra a little bit, and I still dig the logo. This has been my nerd shirt of the day. You will see me tomorrow with another nerd shirt. Hey, this is Pete Nichols, aka Nerdy Pete, here with my nerd shirt of the day. Today's nerd shirt is my Crimson Guard t-shirt. This is another G.I. Joe franchise shirt. In the comics, the Crimson Guard were Cobra's sleeper cells. I remember the first time I came across one of their sleeper cells in the comic. It was really cool because a good chunk of the whole issue was about just this mild-mannered dude just living in the suburbs, doing his thing, going to work, coming home, having a wife, having kids. He opens his closet door and there is a red uniform with this logo on it. And I was a kid living in the suburbs in Jersey, and I'm like, that dude could be living next door to me. That dude could be next door right now. Oh. And it just really fired up my imagination and got me super paranoid. This has been my nerd shirt of the day. Thanks for watching. You will see me again tomorrow with another nerd shirt. Maybe I'm a member of the Crimson Guard. Shh. Hey, Pete Nichols, aka Nerdy Pete, here with today's nerd shirt of the day. My nerd shirt today is my Snake Eyes Ninja Clan t-shirt. This is the emblem of the obviously fictional Arashikage Ninja Clan, created by Larry Hama, who was the original writer on the Marvel Comics G.I. Joe comic series. Snake Eyes is my favorite G.I. Joe character. Obviously, I have a figure. This is the classified, and I have my vintage as well. I've literally had this since I was a kid in the 80s. It's one of my prized possessions, this guy. He's not the very first Snake Eyes because he's got the swivel arm battle grip here. This is like 1986, I think. Actually, on his butt, it says it's copyright 1982 or 83. This has been my nerd shirt of the day. Thanks so much for watching, and you'll see me again tomorrow with another nerd shirt. Happy Thanksgiving, Pete Nichols here, aka Nerdy Pete here. Today's nerd shirt is my Circus Roboticus Mystery Science Theater 3000 t-shirt. This was from their live tour, as you can see right there. Coincidentally, this was the last thing my wife and I did in public before the lockdown when the pandemic hit. It was amazing because it was just like the TV show, super hilarious. So I'm wearing this because today is Turkey Day, as we Misties like to call it, which means there's the MST MST3K Turkey Day Marathon happening. You should go check it out at gizmoplex.com. You can also go to mst3k.com/turkey day if you want to start from the beginning. It's literally been going all day. This has been my nerd shirt of the day. Thank you very much for watching. You will see me again tomorrow with another nerd shirt. Join us, won't you? Oh, hi, Pete Nichols, aka Nerdy Pete here with today's Nerd Shirt of the Day. So I thought today I would take the Nerd Shirt of the Day marathon in a slightly different direction. Just one thing I've been a huge nerd for since I was about, 14, maybe even earlier, is Japanese culture. I even studied Japanese at the Japan Society for a few years last decade. In short, I love Japan. We're gonna roll with some Japan-themed shirts with probably the most logical one to start with, my Japanese passport t-shirt. It's like your t-shirt based passport into, I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, arigatou gozaimasu for watching. Thank you for watching. This has been my nerd shirt of the day. You will see me again tomorrow with another Nihon no T-shirts. Jane, Pete Nichols, aka Nerdy Pete here with today's nerd shirt of the day. Today is day 2 of my Japanese nerd shirts. Can you guess what today's nerd shirt says? Let me give you a hint. There you go. Though this isn't ja and pan here, this is Nihon, or probably Nippon. It can be pronounced either way. But yeah, this is my I Love Nippon t-shirt. So I've been a Japan nerd for so long, but I've never actually been. And in fact, in March of 2020, my wife and I started planning to go to Japan for our first time. And you might remember what else happened in March of 2020? Yeah. Anyway, this shirt was given to me by my oldest friend, Stu. He was there for business. And Stu, if you happen to be watching, thanks again, bro. Arigatou gozaimasu. And arigatou gozaimasu to you for watching. You will see me tomorrow with another Nihon no T-shirts, another Japanese shirt. Jane. Pete Nichols, aka Nerdy Pete here with my nerd shirt of the day, sticking with the theme of Japan. So naturally I have to dive into anime. I pronounce it the way the Japanese do, anime, as opposed to anime, but pronounce it however you like. I'd like to respect people's language. Anyway, today's nerd shirt is my Gatchaman Ken t-shirt. For those who aren't familiar, one of the sort of quintessential anime television series in Japan is a show called Gatchaman, which we got in the United States as Battle of the Planets. Changed and censored because there was a ton of violence. Needless to say, I prefer the original version, though I grew up watching the censored version. So this is Ken's shirt. Ken was the lead science ninja of Gatchaman. If you're not familiar, I definitely recommend checking it out. It's super cheesy and super fun and basically inspired the Power Rangers. This has been my nerd shirt of the day. You will see me tomorrow with another nerd shirt. Jane!